Brilliant sponsors today's video. More on their deal shortly. Delta is one of the big three carriers in the United States, alongside United Airlines and, of course, American Airlines. Therefore, their importance cannot be ignored, and with such an extensive and also expansive network, with hundreds of aircraft at their disposal daily, it's very evident. It's that time of the year when airlines and aircraft manufacturers publish their quarterly results, and even more importantly, it's that time of the year where we learn more about the first half of the year results. It's been, without a doubt, a challenging first half to 2022, with many unexpected twists, turns, and scares. First, from the beginning of the year, we had the emergence of the new variant, and that sent the world into a little bit of a panic that resulted in bookings dropping. Thankfully, though, that was very quickly resolved. Following that, there was the Ukraine and Russia conflict, which is still ongoing and is impacting airspaces. Subsequently from that, we saw supply chains vastly affected. On top of that, rising costs to operate hit airlines hard, especially with a focus on being fuel. Then finally, we had staff shortages, which is definitely the most present issue and definitely the most talked about in the world to date. While not necessarily lockdowns, airlines have certainly had a tough time. Are you interested in building a better knowledge base with engineering and or logistics to apply to the aviation industry? That's why Brilliant is sponsoring today's video. Learn interactively, the best way to do anything, and Brilliant makes sure of it with its unique courses and more. We problem solve in our daily lives without actually even knowing it, and problem solving is also an essential skill to have if you're working within the aviation industry. Exhibit A being Delta. I've been trying the Joy of Problem Solving course on Brilliant and thoroughly enjoyed it. As aviation enthusiasts, I would recommend this one without a doubt. However, with courses for all ability and knowledge levels, the opportunities are definitely limitless, and I'm able to feel comfortable performing problems and browsing the vast catalogue of courses, not being the most academically smart person in the world. I struggled at problem solving when I was younger, but I feel that Brilliant has helped bring my head back into a place where it is possible to solve said problems. So if you are watching this, you're very likely interested in aviation. Why not develop some key skills in your spare time that can eventually be applied to working in the industry? You can head to brilliant.org/DJs Aviation to get started for free with Brilliant's interactive lessons, and the first 200 people will also get 20% off an annual membership. Back onto Delta though, they announced a second quarter profit in their most recent press release. That second quarter profit though, I should mention, was actually lower than figures initially expected due to the many pressures that I mentioned earlier in today's video. However, the pressures of operations will be continuing and Delta will battle challenges from every single angle, and therefore likely forecast lower operating profits moving forward than they would like. Delta was an airline that saw many employees depart during the pandemic, but they weren't the only airline. It was a decision that was labelled as essential to keep the operations at the airline and from a financial standpoint sustainable. But now, many airlines like Delta are in a position where they can't actually continue operating at levels to match the increased demand due to a lack of staff. It's left them being forced to cancel flights continuously and a significant portion of their network. By the summer season of 2023, Delta is expected to reach full pre-pandemic capacity. However, in terms of matching the recently returned demand, that's really where the challenge lies. Delta's chief financial officer said, "Our June quarter non-fuel unit cost performance was up 22% compared to 2019 and was impacted by lower capacity, higher selling-related expenses, and investments in operational reliability. We remain confident in our ability to meaningfully improve our unit costs as we fully scale the network and return our operations to Delta's high standards. In the near term, as we prioritize restoring reliability, our full-year non-fuel unit cost will remain higher than our previous plan." Regarding aircraft for the quarter, something that is always a little bit more relaxed and a bit more exciting, I would argue, they welcomed their very first A321neo into service while also seeing additional Airbus aircraft from the 330neo to the 220 arriving. The airline is betting on the A321neo's capabilities as an important solution for their operations moving forward, especially moving inside the cabin with thanks to their premium offering. known as domestic first class. So, what are your thoughts on the latest at Delta, who, like most carriers, are frustratingly realizing that their full potential can't be realized due to many exterior and also interior issues, of course impacting the business, from the likes of shortages, increasing costs, supply chain difficulties, and a whole lot more. To Don, Neil, Stefan, and Jam, thank you very much for your support. And to Brilliant, thank you for helping power what I do here on the channel. Be sure to check out their link in the description and or the pinned comment.